I was in there, I'm sweating, so I put my shirt on because it's 104 out there, man. It's hot. Okay, soaking in some sun, getting some of the toxins out. And I was listening to John Legend, and I'm like, why don't they play Each Day Gets Better? I do have that on there, but I do not. Haven't seen her. Where did she go? Where did my baby go? I wonder where she's been off to, went off to. I miss my baby so. I'm calling, but I can't get through. Haven't seen her. Where did she go? Anybody else like that song? I like that song, and I didn't have it on my MP3. So I got to go with a lot of them and check, on certain CDs that I have loaded on the computer over there and make sure that, okay, this song needs to be on there. So I need to go like up to Eddie Santiago, mix all this Eddie Santiago. I think I do with Los Panchos, but I don't hear a lot of Los Panchos, but I think I have them all on there, I'm pretty sure. It's not Los Panchos, it's called Los Panchos, but it's Tres Los Reyes. I went to go get it from my professor, at work. It was the only one I had, but it was Tres Los Reyes, but it was called Los Panchos because they had songs from Los Panchos on it. It was put out and distributed by a record company, but he said you'll like them, and he was right. I liked them. I went and listened to Los Panchos later from Mexico. I think Tres Los Reyes is from Puerto Rico, and I like Tres Los Reyes better than I like Los Panchos. I just like the guys' voices better, and their guitars are really good, Siempre solo, which is a really good song. En mi viejo San Juan. That was the first time I heard that song, and I don't like it by anybody else except them. I haven't heard that in like forever, but I'm pretty sure I have it on my MP3. Yeah, but oh shit, I'm sore. Yeah, my foot's all swolled up. See, it's got an infection, and see how swollen it is. Looks like Amy's foot after what's his little name? Cute Crummy Cake. Yeah, we've done this before. It's come and gone before. Yeah, we've done this before. This is a walk in the park. This happens to me every summer. I have allergic reactions to pesticides and herbicides, and when I go into remission, here it comes again, and I go, oh fuck, and you can't. No, it's business. This is a business town. It's nothing personal. It's like, you guys do know I'm the guy from the book of Revelation that redeems the Gospels and then is the light of true language to save all religious people from scientific people that think they can use linguistics for genocide and give you propaganda TV shows with their egos gone wild. I was sitting there watching some of that Lex Luthor one with the Justice League Unlimited, and I was like, this is 2006. It's like Girls Gone Wild. 2006, that was the same year that they moved me to Sierra Vista to have Stephen Hawking and all those guys challenge me. Because, look what all the religious people did in your name. It's like, fuck. They don't know how to pay attention. When people have an ego problem, they mostly listen to themselves talk. And when they listen to other people talk, they're only challenging them to try to beat them at chess. Checkmate, right? Like old Yusuf Islam, right? And so this isn't a game of chess. This is the truth. When you live truthfully, you do things truthfully, and you're a faithful lover. If you don't live truthfully, you'll try to come up with magic scenarios to make yourself into the great hero, God, problem solver, so forth. And I don't have that issue, and I don't have that problem. And because I didn't seek those kind of accolades and that kind of problem solving and that kind of answer all the world's questions and solve all the world's problems, they thought there was something wrong with me. It's like, just live the Lord's Prayer. I'm pretty sure most of the problems will take care of themselves. And I was sure, and which they were already told by Krishnamurti and Selassie and Suzuki, is it pay to be good? No, money's not real. It's good to be good. So they were already told. The prophets, apostles, and all that were already redeemed. Just through all the bad brain activity, through all the corporations saying, no, 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 and doing all their shenanigans instead of the scientists saying, Earl, come here. I think you're like Krishnamurti. And said, no, they didn't, because I didn't act that way. Because I didn't have, no one came to question me. And anytime I had conversations about what was happening, the dialogue with the people that were helping me through it was an inner dialogue. I didn't have outward dialogue. I'm not fucking, what's that asshole's name? John, Beautiful Mind, John Nash. What's going on? Well, I tell you, okay, hey, what's up? Hey, Jesus, hi, Earl, hey, wow, I would just sit there and talk, and this is bad shit crazy. Like when I was in the shower and I was going to get a divorce from Amy, and she was going to take Natalie, and I was going to take Noah and Patrick, and we were going to go restore our guy home and find a woman that would like eating peanut butter off the dog's finger, like with, Mark Harmon on Summer School and stuff, and say, hey, Kelly Jo Minter, you single? Want to hang out with me and my boys? But it wasn't supposed to happen. I said, what do you mean I can't do it? He goes, you have to. Natalie's the focal point. She's the most important of all the kids. What? And no, I love Natalie, right? But she was like, she was screwing around. She didn't want to pay child support. Naturally, of course, I would rather have me raise Natalie than her raise Natalie. But I didn't see all the stuff that Temple of Set and Illuminati were doing with her. I just thought, okay, well, she'll go raise Natalie, and they'll have a girl house, and I'll have a guy house. And it would have been horrible, Cruz Santos would have eventually, when she got older, because she was, hotter than Amy, would have, when Natalie hit 13, he tried to have sex with her. Same with old Brad Barnett and the rest of those guys. And stuff, and they would have pursued her. Where with me, I was like, Natalie, just be a good person so you can be all I ever wanted from your mom-in-law and for a deserving guy, I want you to be everything for a young man that deserves what I always wanted, And that's how I raised my girls, I didn't have that opportunity because of perverts like you. Where did my baby go? I wonder where she went off to. I miss my baby so. I'm calling, but I can't get through. Haven't seen her. Where did she go? Yes, so it's horrible, man. Where do we go? Who knows? But each day she wants to live where the grass is green. Me too. She says thanks for the love from the horse in Hawaii. His little pony, yeah. Thanks for the love. I think so. I think animals are capable of reflecting the love you have for animals back to you. Okay. But as far as thinking the love comes from the animal, not necessarily. Animals act like that. It's more of a survival instinct that you perceive as a human instinct. Okay? And they usually react to humans for the humans to help them survive. So if animals just behave like animals and there's no human influence at all, okay, it's a much different relationship. When you see the world's great and those people in Antarctica and the penguins going by and stuff like that, yeah, but you're seeing them as people as ferry cross the Mersey. And it's a lot different. Drake comes and takes Annie Potts from Huey because he can. Because he's the alpha, and doesn't he deserve to have sex with Belle? That crazy old coot is Belle father. Of Reflu, I'm afraid I've been thinking. A dangerous pastime, I know. Right. And that's the way nature works, whether you will accept it or like it or not. Okay. Some animals reproduce, other animals don't. And then that one, technically, literally what they perceive ceases to exist in molecular structure because it doesn't turn out survival of the fittest enough. And how do you know that wasn't because of humans fucking up the environment like Down syndrome and Messer? Yeah. Hey, Stephen Hawking, throw your marbles out on the floor at Oxford and shut the fuck up. Okay, so when you're doing things wrong, trickle down economics, beautiful mind. Yeah. Stupid is as stupid does, and you always have to explain it to them, and they never want to hear it because they're playing the chess game with you, and you're just saying, just do things right. You'll never play chess with me again? I won't have to. Rock, paper, lizard, Spock, what? Shut up. Shutting up. Gosh, damn, it's irritating. I cannot overexpress how fucking irritating it is to still be on house arrest in Las Casas Cruces, New Mexico, with the worst egomaniacs in the history of scientific Christendom They can't listen to Islam because they're stuck in a Republican, the mockery of, So they're assholes. Oh God, they're horrid. They're horrid. Oh my God, they're terrible. This crazy. They was doing this stuff and it's crazy. But I'm a nice person, so I forgive them because 7 times upon infinity, because life's eternal and grace is infinite. And so once they go, okay, I've humbled up and I want to stop being a fucking asshole that's a fashion designer for you, wear my Empress's new clothes because I need all the money to fuck and I get all the best stuff to fuck and I look the best to fuck and I'm the best fucker and looking to fuck and fucking to look. And everybody's paying to look at you fuck, yes. And then you want privacy. You fucking liar. If you wanted privacy, you'd stand up for the Lord's Prayer. Baby, baby, I'd get down on my knees for you. If you would only love me. I can't sing like Bobby Hadley. Like you used to do, yeah. We had a love you don't find every day. So don't let it slip away. I miss my ring man, Patrick. He's so cute. He's very cute. He's cute. Just ask Natalie. The damn light is orange. He's very cute. Yeah, my Patrick. I love him very much. Where did my baby go? I wonder where he went off to. I miss my baby so I'm calling but I can't get through. Economics fucked with my relationship just like the maps of Albuquerque still in all my profit sharing from Southwest Airlines that I would have been able to go to Flagstaff and finish my education, become a teacher and a coach if it hadn't been for 9/11ers. It was an inside job. Everything's an inside job when it comes to surveillance, espionage, and money. You're the big fat black lady from the whatever on the Justice League, the big fat black lady. Right? You're like, that would have killed her. No. Especially when he whacked her against the wall. She's a human being. She's not a superhero. Does she get upgrades? Come on now. She dented that metal wall. She'd been dead. Yeah. And John with his green ring. Ego problems with a green ring and a number 2 pencil. Remember that? So you can bring them both down with a number 2 pencil. Oh, what's your weakness? That's your weakness right there. The tizzer till is your weakness. The movie screen that plays everything that goes through your two souls. Yeah, there you go. Hey, Senya. Hey, Sun Tzu. Pluck his eyes out. Okay, then we'll open a new theater and we'll tear it down, start over again, start from scratch. Fuck. We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out. The guy who originally did that, it wasn't too bad. I sat and listened to it. I didn't listen to it. I'll go listen to it later. I was like, he sings it pretty good. Elvis sang it. Well, Elvis has a nice voice, yeah. I was like, the original version wasn't bad. Same with Pharaoh, If I Love Rock and Roll? I think so. I really particularly like Joan Jett and the Rockhearts. I love rock and roll very much, It's all right. It's not that's not my scene. I'll never get I do like Johnny Maestro and the Brooklyn Bridge and The Worst That Could Happen. Everybody that is such a good, that's hard to sing. That man has a very good voice. Johnny Maestro can sing his ass off. Girl, I heard you're getting married. You have to make it your own. If you try to sing like him, you'll drop a testicle or drop a lung. It's hard. Heard you're getting married. This time you're really sure. And this is the end. They say you really mean it. This guy's the one that makes you feel so safe, so sane, and so secure. And baby, if he loves you more than me, maybe it's the best thing. Baby, it's the best thing. See, because you try to sing like him, it hurts. That's hard. I'd rather croon. For you. But it's the worst that could happen. If you're recording it, you only have to sing it once, and then they can record it over and over again. It's like, Dre, how was that? How was that, Bones? Okay. One less huevo to fry. One less bunch of kids to clean up after. I didn't mind cleaning up after them and teach them to clean up after themselves. I love having kids around. Amy, I loved Amy when she was Shelley's winter love, but the woman she went back to being predicated on by all the Tom Cruises with the virtual presence of the losers with the top science project to save us from the last science project, it sucked. Other than that, she was pretty fun. Steffi, even without the science projects, it would have been very difficult. But I would have stuck it through the thick and thin and stuck it out with her, and we'd have been able to do it. It just would have taken it's gonna take a water wall to change the way things are. It's gonna take a water wall, but we won't get too far. So if you are out there waiting, I hope you show up soon. You know I need, we're waiting, not solitude. Woo, 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 woo. Steffi, are you out there? Steffi, are you okay? Steffi's hard to talk to in prayer. You can't manufacture, okay? Talk to her. You can't. She doesn't listen. No, my ex-wife is like Orenthal Jane Simpson. Maybe if I did it. No, I didn't do it. She checks out, she blacks out, and then everything's the way she said it happened. Even though there's tons and tons and tons of surveillance to say, okay, high infidelity. Here's what happened, John Cusack. That's why Lisa Bonet left you, right? It's like, and I'm Lisa Bonet in this story, okay? Mickey Rourke, get out of here. But yeah. What? No, it was hard. Yeah. Man, dude, when we went shopping at the mall, I had to look at the floor the whole time. If a black woman that she was interested in having sex with went by, she accused me of wanting to have sex with her. It was horrible. I couldn't, how are all those babies? And when you have a bunch of little kids, we lived in Cumberland County, which is 75% black. Anthony. Hey, yeah, Anthony. That means there's a lot of really cute toddlers out there, man. What you talking about, Willis? Yeah, man. Like, Webster and cute toddlers. Okay, we are talking cute toddlers. And they got strollers, and near the strollers are their mom's buttocks. And she's looking at the mom's buttocks, and I'm looking at the toddler, and I'm getting accused of wanting to lick her buttocks, and I don't want to lick her buttocks. It's like, what if she's nasty? What if she don't know? She got a cute baby, but women can be nasty and still have babies. It happens. I'm just sitting there going, what a cute baby. Is your baby cute? I like babies. Don't you like babies? They could grow up to be as stupid as that tall, lanky, dumbass, trifling Mars Blackman t-shirt wearing dumbass and his two fat bitches at the laundromat. I was so pissed. Oh, I was fit to be tied. Oh, she all queen and all uppity. She thinks she all that. She's crossing over. And what that they got with it. So I started talking shit about my wife and my child right in front of me. Thinking I was going to be scared of them. They were just fortunate Steffi didn't go off and kick all three of the asses. And I said, I told y'all, don't piss my wife off. It's like my Raquel. Pity the fool that messed with my early. So I went off. I sat there in the dumbass, it's a black thing you wouldn't understand t-shirt. Probably had like Bart Simpson with blackface, right? I looked at him and I said, so, what do you think about his post-Mecca period? And he goes, what are you talking about, white boy? I said, his post-Mecca period. What do you think of his post-Mecca period? He goes, what are you talking about, white boy? What I don't understand about El Hajj Malik El Shabazz. He goes, what are you talking about? I said, the name on the man's passport before he was murdered by trifling motherfuckers like you. What do you think of his post-Mecca period? I got mad. Steffi didn't even pay attention. She didn't acknowledge it. She didn't say thank you for sticking up for me and our son. She just sat there like a frog on Frogger on a log. She didn't thank me. She didn't say, oh, I have such a good husband. Man, he stuck up for me. Those trifling-ass gangbanging, thuggish, ruggish bone Negroes at the goddamn laundromat talking shit about our son is what is he? And saying I'm queen trying to cross over and what an uppity bitch I was because of the color of her skin. And I wrote and erased those two fat skank hoes and their long, tall, lanky, skanky ass, dumbass Negro with Mars Blackman and Jamie and Jerry Curl all up that ass. Fanola just gotta have it. And I was pissed. Okay? You are irresponsible. You are love and hate. You are do the right thing, just gotta have it. And school days, you're just a wannabe. You're just a jigaboo. You're just a dumbass with a bank account thinking that what you have to say has relevance because you were stuck in your family's genitalia and you've been stuck in it ever since. M-I-C. See you real soon. K-E-Y. Why? Because we like you. M-O-U-S-E. He fired the kid because he punched the other guy in the stomach because he kept calling him something he asked him not to call him. He didn't tell the other guy, hey, respect the young person. Don't call him names that make him feel inferior or unattractive or inadequate. Boy, they didn't have HR back then, did they? No, they didn't have Toby from the office and sign this piece of paper. Yeah. Well, if you didn't follow my rules, and since I make the money, I make the rules, it's the golden rules. Oh, how Jafar of you. Jafar, if he can't do it, great. Right? Your beard is so twisted. Phenomenal cosmic power, itty bitty fucking living space. Humpty Dumpty. Yeah, I was out soaking in the sun, sweating out my toxins and getting nauseous because chemical poisoning sucks. And so do you and your taxpayer dollars and your Supreme Court and your Congress and your executive branch. And it doesn't matter who's filling the diaper full of shit to sell Pampers to preemies. They're all the same. Jacking the hose for money, and the Lord's Prayer does not exist until we determine when it's the right time to live truthfully. And that's not so. I determine, how the technology interacts and communicates globally. Not Elon Musk, not Donald Trump, not Pope Leo, not the Saudi royal family, not the British royal family, not the governing body of FIFA, not the people at the Paris summits, me. The fuck for the buck stops here. No San Juan Hill here. No Rough Riders here. Just forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful peace. Guantanamera. I fell in love with an Arawak woman in 1990. And I've been in love with her ever since. And I'm never going to not be in love with her. And I'm never going to stop loving Brian Atkins Jr. and Aaron Montalvo as much as I love Patrick, Natalie, Noah, Emily, Kate, Crumb, and Festivus for the rest of us. Yeah. Just, guys, when Brian asked me that, why can't you do, I do my dad, Ralph. It's like, that would be one of the greatest things in the world to be your dad. But, I promised another girl that I would marry her. And when you make those promises, you have to take them seriously, or you can't expect other people to, And I didn't have conclusive evidence. And, and I loved William, and I loved Shelley, and I loved Steffi, and I was always looking for a guy for Steffi, the guy that could sit there and say, hey, make the world go away. Get at the CJ that was CJ, that she wanted to date CJ in Masawa, but Law jaded CJ and then drove CJ crazy, and CJ couldn't date Steffi because Kay said so, because they don't share in that family. It's like, but CJ would rather date Steffi than Law, right? Then let him date Steffi. No, because Law dated him. But Law, he didn't like Law. He told Law, I'm dating you, I'm not dating Kay. So whatever decisions we make, if we get together and decide to get married, are going to be yours and my decisions and not Kay's decisions. And Steffi was like, here, I want to date CJ. Right? But Kay said no. Well, because Kay wanted to tell everybody what to do. Well, she wants to be president. She's a Republican. It's a democracy. Let's all vote for it. I need more money. Let's put up a satellite. Buy my cars. Buy my robots. Buy my supplements. Buy my shoes. I got all the right places, all the right pills, and all the right people. I perform all the right stuff. I have the best amusement parks. I'm Branson on crack. Hey, is that Tony Orlando? Hey, is that a bunch of old people saying it was the best night of your life? The best night of your life was an old Tony Orlando singing songs to you in Branson? How many times have you heard that with people? You know? The best night of their life was being a propaganda tool bag, surrounded by propaganda tool bags. And their children have to hear that. And their wife has to hear that. You know? The best night of your life was when I was a propaganda tool bag for marketing companies that mass murder people with war bonds sold at the theater at the end of this movie. Wow, did you see him do a flip over a handkerchief? Yeah. That's incredible. No, what's incredible is the fact that you make your wives and your children feel like shit because you can't do a flip over a handkerchief to sell war bonds and go down to the lobbies to buy yourself a snack and feel successful because you own the car dealership, the insurance agency, and the hospital. Anybody want to play Monopoly? Sell me a Starry soda? I'm not going to forget Keke Palmer's name now, guys. Just so you're all wondering. Annette Funicello. I never really watched the Mickey Mouse Club that much when I was a kid. It was on, but I just wasn't that interested in it. Maybe it was black and white. Well, I used to watch Lone Ranger in black and white. And Johnny Weissmuller in black and white. And Dorothy Dandridge. Oh, yeah. And the Nicholas brothers. I went and watched, and the Berry brothers, and they said the Berry brothers could jump that high. I was like, no, the Nicholas, Harold jumped higher. Harold had a better vertical leap. You could see on his jumps and his dances and stuff. He was a littler guy, but he could really jump. The Berry brothers were really good. Oh my gosh, yeah, they were impressive. Yeah. No, it's still to this day, I've watched them all and seen them all, and to me, the two, and I've watched Sammy Davis, and I don't know about Senior, I've watched Bill Dangles Robinson and things like that, and this is just an opinion, but to me, you know, I don't know if there might be some new kids that have, you know, pushed, you know, I wouldn't, because it hurt them and caused a lot of physical pain and damage in their bodies for years because of it, because they were willing to push the barriers to be the most outstanding, to get everybody to pay them lots of money, to, you know. But oh yeah, I still to this day Harold and Fayard. Oh my gosh, no, their athletic ability and their smoothness, and they were just wonderful to watch do the things that they could do with their body athletically. To me, they will always be, you know, the two best dancers I ever saw. When I was a little kid, and I haven't seen it. You know, it was in a TV show thing and stuff. It was just Harold. Fayard wasn't there. And there was a stairwell, and it was widened or whatever, but he went down a stairwell in the splits and then landed in the splits and got back up and started dancing, and it was the most amazing thing I ever saw in my life. I was, holy shit. Up to that time, that was more amazing than Bruce Lee movies. Did you see what that man just did? Just thinking about it made my testicles go, oh, I hate life. I don't even want to think about doing that, right? You know, like when cheerleaders do it, it's like, yeah, she has a vajayjay, though. He has testicles. What the fuck? I've gone into the splits like that, playing sports and stuff like that, and it hurts, and, you know, you're growing and all that stuff, and that's why they make you stretch when you practice and stuff. But I'm not excessive or compulsive, but I've done things physically reacting to you know, animals or people acting like animals that was even more spectacular than anything I saw Fayard and Harold do. And I mean to. It was just genetically in me to protect myself from aggression and then protect others from aggression. Well, your father who sees in private will reward you openly. And then all the people that watch you in private but don't reward you openly will sit there and go, you'll always know. We'll always have Paris, right? That was a change with a little bit more Paris, and he kisses Fayard. They were in their 40s when they did that one. You know, you could see they lost spring in the step going up the stairs. And they came down, and they were still really, I was like, God, these guys are in their 40s, okay? And they have danced their ass off to where their bodies kept get out of bed and got the Fred did the young injuries, walking around the Aggie Stadium. And I'm sorry, Fred, man. Got a house in the hills. You're paying everyone's bills. And you die from cortisone shots by the time you're 54. Or you have heart disease and cancer, and there is no answer. And is that Eric Montrose? No, he's dead. And you're just like, what? Yeah, circus gimmicks. That's why I worry. They have stem cell research and recoveries and stuff, so you could take steroids and then they can do stem cell therapy and clean you out. You're not going to be the same as you are when you're young, but it's going to clean out a lot of the shit that you did because you're addicted to being the best as opposed to standing up to the Lord's Prayer. I have chemical poisoning in my body from people that were jealous of me because I was trying to save people in human trafficking from being murdered by bad science projects because I'm more intelligent than other people. I just tell my cancer cells, I did not do this to me. I am not going to continue to do this to me. I intend on fully stopping this as soon as possible and then having a full recovery. And the people studying that leg, not being around to even look at it. You don't have to get killed by your technology, but you don't have to be anywhere within ear or eye shot of my beautiful self. You selfish little sorry ass, right? And if it hurts your pride, you just getting what you deserve. First come, first serve, right? So yeah, because they have me a thing out there, and there's, my earphones, you saw Val's Bow, and how are you doing? Tolerable. What if you met Jennifer Lopez? What would you say to her? Depending on the situation. If it was like it was today, what would you say to her? How you doing? Tolerable. Okay. You ready to live the Lord's Prayer? We gonna pull it off? Well, then I'm feeling fucking ecstatic right now. See how ecstatic I am? So you don't look very ecstatic. Well, because we ain't done shit yet. Let's get it done. Then I'll be ecstatic. And then what? Yay! Where are you going? To the Gila. Bye. Patrick! Where's Patrick? Where's my Blim? I want to see Buggy. I miss Buggy. Right. Is that my Choochie Bear? I didn't mean it, Dad. I know you didn't, Choochie Bear. I love you. You know how much I love you. Is that my Blim? Stop crying. No crying. We came here to play baseball. There's no crying in baseball. I'm just kidding. But, you can cry. Am I going to cry? I don't really want to cry. You're all alive and healthy and no longer being killed in Phoenix by economic genocide through bad science projects, right? Maybe one night I'll sit down and remember Marianne and Michelle and I will cry. Okay. But as for now, no time for tears, wasted water is all that is, and it don't make no flowers grow. Just a bunch of us, because love is often more than two, just a bunch of us, because when you have children in the house, it's more than two. Just a bunch of us. You and I and I and I and you and you and you and I and I and you and you and I and I and you. They're cute. I love kiddos, man. Yeah. I miss having them around. Being abused by their mothers? No, I don't miss that. Them abusing me with their mother's abuse when I talk to them on the phone or a social media device? No, do not miss that for a country New York minute or a country. Nope. That's why I don't go running, hiding, go seeking, go find. They know where to find me. I'm in the guest house just north of San Ysidro. They know where to find me. Man, guys, the only way you can correct artificial general intelligence so you can put truthful, faithful, loving memories on quantum computing is if you live truthfully and love faithfully. And if you don't do that, your life story is not the source of the book of Revelation, and you're not the Lord and Savior of the children who are trapped in eternal wretchedness by your imagination so you can trend and sell war bonds at the end of this picture. Let's go down to the lobby and buy ourselves a snack, right? Money ain't real, right? Share, care, give according to need, built to last. Still waters, green pastures, and a faithful, loving woman. I've got the rhythm, I've got music, I've got my girl who could ask for anything more, right? I'll see you guys later, all right? Peace out, man.